Hi there and welcome to MO2VATE Winners Article Interviews. I have with me today a very interesting lady. All of the ladies and the gentlemen have been very, very interesting this month. Her name is Tina Bakardjieva. Was that right? Ish, not really. Wasn't right at all, was it?
Yeah, no, great. You're brilliant.
Her name's Tina, and that's so ignorant of me. I'm sorry. Tina's a hypnotherapist. I'll let her talk to you more about what she does in just a second. And Tina's article in the August edition of MO2VATE was Daydreaming with a Purpose. It was really, really interesting. But again, I will let her talk about that. So welcome, Tina. It's so nice to have you on.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure, and it's an honor. It was a massive surprise for me to get a space in the magazine, and then the editor's choice was really kind of unbelievably pleasant experience. So yeah, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist. I do a solution-focused hypnotherapy, which is really finding people's solutions, how they want their life to be rather than how they don't want it to be. So what I do, I help people usually with anxiety related issues, phobias, depression, low self-esteem, lack of confidence, whatever really you can imagine coming from the brain. I love it. I very much enjoy that. It's still my part-time hobby, which hopefully will become a full-time business one day. But it's something that I love, I want to do, and I will do it for the rest of my life.
Fantastic. I'm sure that it, with this passion, I'm sure that it will become something that you do full time in not too distant future. And of course, I didn't even mention you are the August editor's choice.
I said that, sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm glad you did. Which is amazing. So congratulations on that as well.
Thank you.
So yes, double surprise getting into the getting your article into the magazine. Congratulations on that. And then on top of that, the editor's choice are absolutely fantastic. So your article's called Daydreaming with a Purpose. Can you tell us a bit more about the article? And actually before that, how did you come into hypnotherapy?
That's probably the story you're always going to hear from the therapist. In my really dark times, I needed to find something to move me forward.
Yeah.
I was challenging, but I'm not going to get into the personal story. And yeah, I really needed to find something new to learn. To be honest with you, I never ever believed in hypnotherapy. I always thought that's it, how people can go into your brain or change the way you think. And it was a real surprise for me, and for I guess the people who knows me, that I went into that adventure. And I joined because I really wanted to find a way I can come out from that big hole and to become the person I want to be, because I had children. I need to be strong and happy for them as well. So yeah, I joined the course. I did it for myself, as I said, to learn the skill how to help myself. And then you have to start, during the course, you have to start treating people. And I saw that I can actually help people and really change people's opinions and lives and the way they think, the when they see things. And then you start charging on the top of that, and at some point you say, oh my god, I actually love this, because you can see the transformation, you can see the changes, you've got amazing feedbacks from people, you start seeing their smiles. Honestly, after a couple of sessions, most of the people are a bit different, even if they don't see it. The posture, the way they look, the sparkle in their eyes. So I just love it. And helping people, being able to to make somebody a little bit more happier, a little bit more satisfied. It's just, I can't replace this with anything else. So yeah, that's how I became a hypnotherapist. A solution-focused hypnotherapist. The solution-focused approach came a little bit after that, and that's the approach I love, because it's about seeing yourself in the future, seeing exactly how you want it to be, that image. And that it's really coming to my article, which is exactly daydreaming in purpose. And I say to all of my clients, you have to start dreaming, you have to start visualizing, you have to start imagining yourself in that life you looking forward to, or you want to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And the hypnosis itself is like a daydreaming, because during the hypnosis you're getting into the really relaxation state of body and mind. Yeah. And then through this positive suggestions, you actually getting into the beach or down in a lovely garden, or whatever we want to achieve, and whatever the suggestion is. But the most interesting and the most easier things to do is understand the truth that the brain doesn't understand the difference between imagination and reality. And whatever you think, it's actually happening for the brain. Yeah. So if you think you are not a lucky person, you don't have anything to show to yourself and to other people, if you are miserable, if you think you're not happy, you're never going to have whatever you want to have, it's actually happening. So you're getting into that stage that your amygdala kicking in and saying, oh, I have to save that person because it's just something's not right. And it's opposite. If you start dreaming how happy you are, if you start dreaming how seeing yourself succeeded, seeing yourself happier, seeing yourself next to the person you want to be, it's actually happening for the brain. So you start releasing good hormones, serotonin, a little bit more adrenaline. So it concentrating your energy is getting into that success story, into that, yes, I actually see myself, I can do that. And one day when you get in that situation, your brain is actually knowing, I've already been here, I know that, yeah. I've been in that positive state already. So daydreaming with purpose was exactly that. And I know lots of people say, oh yeah, I know, I dream lots of the times, but it's that purpose you need to put into your dreams. It's actually how you see, but seeing yourself, really seeing who you will be, and the changes what's going to happen, the way you look, the way you behave, the people around you, the environment around you, all these things is they're really changing the way we think, they're really changing the way we start behaving. So yeah, daydreaming with purpose is something I really want to teach people, and it's so easy. It's so easy.
That's a really important point about it being easy, because it really is so simple. And one thing that I wanted to pick up, I'm glad that you went into the point about our brains not knowing the difference between imagination and reality. And this is something that I've said to a few people when I've done some, because I do some NLP, and they found that really quite difficult to get their head around. Well, my brain is the one who's telling me that it's an imagination, so how come it doesn't know? So could you touch a bit more on what you said about as far as our emotional responses are concerned, the brain doesn't know? How does that work for those people who are not quite understanding that factor?
Well, I will say those people are living in their primitive brain. So, we've got like this primitive brain when the amygdala is the center of that primitive brain, and we've got the thinking brain, the prefrontal cortex.
It's similar to the chimp the chimp paradox.
Chimp is that, yeah, the chimp is in your primitive brain. So we do need this brain to save us from dangers. We do need something to actually say, run away because you'll be eaten, or you are in danger. But it's exactly the same reaction when we get anxious, and when you get into the situation when you kind of start panicking and don't know what you do. And the problem with this situation is that there is nothing primitive brain. You're always going to be pushed to do whatever you've done yesterday. So if you are so anxious meeting other people, if you need to go out and you get even more anxious, you get down to the primitive brain, and the primitive brain saying, just don't go out, because these people may hurt you, these people may say something you don't like, you have no idea what's going to happen, don't do it. And you just can't be pushed, and you do this all the time. But if you are in your thinking mind, you know that there is no actually a danger. Those people probably will be very nice with you. You're going to have amazing time, and everything will be great. But being able to stay in the thinking brain, not giving up to the whatever you did yesterday, it's really difficult. And that's what the hypnotherapy do. Basically, that's how we the simple way to explain it, that's how it works. And why people do not believe that? Because people don't want to, we're losing the ability to be simple.
Yes.
In a way that I'm an adult, I can't be as a child. I can't just lay down and start dreaming about things. I have to do things. I have to achieve things. I have to do whatever other people do. So it's really difficult to become a child again, to come out of that social pressure of being positive, of being like everyone else, to achieve something, to really see what actually you wanted. Because sometimes, I know probably I shouldn't say that, but sometimes I really kind of frustrate the people who always telling you have to be positive, you have to be that, you have to make those steps, you have to come out of your comfortable zone, which is okay, but the way they say it, the way you do it, it's not the way everyone can do, because people are different. And that's why I like the solution focus approach, because it's very personal. It's finding your exact way of how you see things and how things gonna work for you. Because I can give you advices, I can give you what other people do, I can give you solutions, but you are the one who will decide how to change your life. You are the one who will decide what's your way, what suits you. So that's why it's difficult for people to come out of that and go back to, okay, I'll try that. And because you're a therapist yourself, everything is just repetition. You have to do it again and again and again, created this neural pathway saying, yes, I can do it. And it's happening, and that. It's just as simple as that.
And it is simple. And another point that I really liked was about when you are visualizing is looking at things through your own eyes, and that's how you start to manifest it as your own thing, and not just a picture that you're looking at. Imagining it where you are. And you touch on the senses as well. What can you hear? What can you smell? How do you feel? How would you stand? Who's
wearing? Exactly.
Wearing, yeah.
I know the little things, the little changes you can see in yourself, that's the most difficult things, because everyone want to be happy, but happiness is different for me and for you, for other people. So what is that small step? What is that small difference you will see when you're a little bit happier? And it's really difficult to answer that question, because it's kind of you can't see yourself in that position that easily. Everything is coming with just do it again, with repetition.
Practice, like anything else, it's a skill, isn't it, that you can practice and you can refine and you can improve on. So what about the people who maybe find visualization difficult? Because I know I've come across people in the past when we've done visualization exercises, and they're just saying, I just can't see it, I just can't see it, I don't understand what I should be doing. What tip could you give to help them if they're just starting out?
What I will say, it's just do it again. It's like with meditation, you don't have to like it, you just have to do it.
I love that.
Because if you expect to fall in love in meditation, to love it, to become in that, to went into that great state where you won't be thinking about bad things, that's never going to happen. Meditation is really difficult. And it's exactly the same with the hypnotherapy. It's exactly the same with everything new you start, basically. You have to do it again and again and again, and you start getting used to it, because there is, again, we're getting, I want to talk about the primitive brain, because everything new for the primitive brain is a threat, because unknown. So when you start doing something new, the amygdala will say, oh, no, what is that? I have no idea what is that. No, let's go back to whatever.
Where I feel safe.
Yeah, because you will be physically safe. So that's what I'm going to tell them. Try it again.
Right.
And again and again. If you can't do it today, try tomorrow, but keep trying it, and it will come.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people who is more difficult people, and even with the hypnotherapy, sometimes people find it really difficult to relax. Mm-hmm. So I can use NLP exercises even sometimes, and really more talking, really more questions, really more finding out that how do you see yourself, what difference that change will make, and trying to kind of open them a little bit, and slowly they start seeing things. Oh, it's actually happening slowly. Yeah. But there is no magic, unfortunately. There's still expectations in people that hypnotherapy is a magic, and overnight you will do this and I'll be fixed. Well, no, unfortunately, you need to do the hard work. I can guide you, I can show you, we can find together, but you are the one who will do the exercises. You are the one who has to make a change.
I always relate things like this to being a musician. I relate things like this to playing an instrument. You know, you can read all the books, you can watch all the people, but you've got to pick it up and do it yourself. Otherwise, it's never going to happen.
Well, exactly like that. You have to practice to get better and better. It's like a baby learning to walk.
Yeah.
Walking, you're falling down, you're bumping your head, but you keep walking, and at the end, you just walk.
Yeah, and most of the time when babies are falling over while they're walking, you know, they're laughing, they get up, they're having a great time, you know, they're making the mistakes and having such fun doing it. I was watching a live on Facebook earlier, and this lady's little boy has this pig that he paints every day. He paints a little bit more of the pig, you know, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and eventually the pig will be covered in paint. But he just doesn't do it all in one go.
Yeah, that's the thing. Really, that's why I say we need to go back to the basic. Be simple. Try different things. Do not try to pretend to be the person who you're not. Not everyone suits to be clever, to say clever things, to do the things that everyone expecting you to do. Find your way. Do it your way, and it's gonna happen. There is no way change won't happen, and you really need to want to change. That desire needs to be there. If you're changing because of your mom or your partner or somebody else, it's just never going to happen.
No, well, yeah, it's got to be in you, hasn't it? And I think that's a perfect place to end. You have to want it. Keep practicing and keep trying, and it will happen. So Tina, where can people find you?
So my business name is Oxford Spice Hypnotherapy.
We can see it in the background there. Lovely.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. I know my name is difficult to pronounce, but if you Google Tina Hypnotherapy Oxford, it will come up.
Okay. Tina Hypnotherapy Oxford. There we go.
It will come up.
Okay, lovely. Thank you. And of course, all of the links will be in the description. So make sure that you have have a look down there. If you like to read Tina's article, and I would recommend that you do because it's very, very interesting, you can go over to MO2VATE Mag. That's MO, the number 2, VATE mag.com, motivatemag.com, and Tina's article is there, and the title is Daydreaming with a Purpose. Now, if you've enjoyed the interview, then of course, give us the thumbs up, give us a like, make sure that you hit subscribe and hit that bell so that you never miss another interview. I will see you very soon. My name's Carrie Griffiths. Stay hydrated, take care. Thank you so much. Thanks again for joining us and taking the time.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. See you soon, guys. Ciao.
Bye.